Why ignore flips the roles. After a breakup and becomes the strongest provocation for an ex-girlfriend. A psychologist's view, loving when there's no shared history is always harder than loving when there's a path behind it. In consultations, when I hear how a man pursued a girlfriend for a long time and then she yielded and said she loved him, this is presented as almost heroic. I proved my love and she saw it and loved me because of that. No, my friends, you were chasing the girlfriend. And at a certain point, she realized there was no man she truly liked on the horizon. So she resigned herself to your company for a while. In this video, I'll talk about the arc a woman goes through after a breakup, where afterwards she sees her path, and that's why her significance toward you grows. At some point, the girlfriend decides she's unhappy. Even with a good person, she's unhappy. But this isn't the dream she dreamed. She wanted to love, and she doesn't love now. The thought of breaking up is nurtured for a long time, while you don't notice the indirect signs that signal a loss of interest. You see the obvious ones. I don't give her enough time. I work too much. She wants a prettier life. And you try to neutralize these with steps you think will help the relationship develop. They don't help, and the girlfriend leaves. Background at the breakup. A girlfriend leaves when she no longer has the strength to endure. Earlier, she endured because when you humiliated yourself, she received some energy from it. But by constantly humiliating yourself, you lost yourself. And during fights, she no longer feels anything, because energy can be exchanged only if you have it. No energy, no exchange. No reason to endure further. Whatever anyone says, you're not needed by her after the breakup. She tells you this directly, and if you don't get it directly, then with insults and by blocking you. There is a particular type of psychologist who, after a breakup, tells you the steps you must take so the girlfriend understands she's needed by you. That's only necessary when the girlfriend is exhausted by your cheating and exploitative attitude toward her. In all other cases, she already perfectly understands that you need her. Not in the case where you were in the right going into the relationship and she decided to end it. You're in the weak position. She's in the strong one. Only properly executed no contact helps here. Defects of the one who left. Ignore is a manipulation, and manipulations only work on a person with pronounced personality defects. The one who leaves always appropriates the one left, pities him, and puts him on a shelf with her unnecessary things. To take down a couple of times a year and play with the old but still familiar thing. For you, the way back is closed at the breakup, but the girlfriend's situation is different. She knows that if she wants to, she can return and do so calmly. As long as you are under her control, you'll play the role of a resource. Let me give an example. When you have an old Ford, yours, what do you think approaching the car? I want to get to work, or I need to get into the city. The car itself doesn't matter. It's just transport to point B. It's depersonalized. In this situation, you are the old Ford. This is the model of relationship you must get out of as soon as possible, because there's no significance to you personally, only to the resource you provide. But if you see a Ferrari, what do you think? I'd love to drive a Ferrari. Not get to point B, but enjoy the ride. Once behind the wheel of a Ferrari, you don't care where to go. The main thing is to drive. You feel pleasure from the drive and from controlling the car. How does the girlfriend form her thoughts? Her post-breakup defect that helps you is seeing you as the old Ford. If your behavior is correct, you encounter the girlfriend wanting to make contact with you. What's interesting is how she forms the thought. Not, I want to try texting him, but rather, I want to get an answer, because you are her property, and she can't even imagine you have the right not to answer her. And when she doesn't get an answer, that's when she starts to wonder whether you're really the old Ford. After all, it always belonged to her, the plain transport. And sitting inside it, she dreamt of other cars while watching them through the window. But why is she now free and dreaming about that very old Ford when thousands of cars are driving around her? No contact is an anchor that works where there's the defect of appropriation. At a distance, it grows your significance and brings a person to the desire to write you. But in forming that desire, the girlfriend initiates an action which, if you refuse to communicate, creates an unfinished gestalt for her, and she will try again and again to make contact. It's worth adding that during the process, she will go through the stages I describe in my videos. And with correct post-breakup behavior, you achieve the result. Make mistakes, you don't. It's quite simple. If you try to coax or persuade the girlfriend, she forms the desire to run away from you, and she'll have an unfinished gestalt until she does. And such stories often keep people up at night. Therefore, if you want to restore the relationship, you absolutely must act correctly and avoid mistakes, at least systematically.